And just like that, we're live. It's been a while, right? It's been more than a while, people. So, firstly, let me apologize for how long it has been. We haven't done a live for a couple of months. But as you guys know, if you follow me, you know that just been super busy. I've been super busy. I've not had much free time. And when I do get free time, we're doing YouTube videos and we're trying to live and we're trying to go gym and all those good things. So yeah, we haven't done a live. I have literally just got back from the media public workouts, decent turnout, York Hall, Bethnal Green. It's not too far from me, so I thought I'd go and see the fighters, say hello to people, shake some hands, all that kind of good stuff. And that was good. Chisora looked good. Wilder looked, I don't know if he looked a bit tentative. So you know what it is? Can I be brutally honest? They don't want to do it. Like, no one wants to leave their hotel to hit pads for 5 minutes, take photos, and go home. No one wants to do it. They're that close to a fight. The last thing they want is interruptions, but they've got to do it. It's part and parcel selling the fight. And they've got to do the press conference with me tomorrow. They've got to do the weigh-ins with me on Friday. And then obviously on Saturday night, they throw hands. So look, they don't want to do it. So you can understand why they're a bit like, oh, they got to do it. All right, shall we jump straight in? There are quite a few questions as expected, and they're coming in by the second. All right, let's start with this one. Hi, Ade. Any idea what's going on with Bakodir Jalolov, Olympic gold medalist? I thought surely he would be in the mix with Itauma, Hrgovic, and the big dogs. Pro career has been disappointing. Yeah, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. There is a fight scheduled for him. If you go onto BoxRec, I think it might show it, or at least if you just type his name in, I think there is a fight scheduled. But yeah, ultimately, he's kind of stalled. He went back to the Olympics when he was pro, which I'm not a fan of at all. I just don't like that. Once you leave the amateur scene and go pro, there shouldn't be any going backwards. And he's done that. And I think that's what stalled his career. I don't know who looks after him, but obviously a better job needs to be done, because you're right. He should be, he shouldn't be in the mix with Itauma. He should be above Itauma. I mean, again, you're talking, isn't he double Olympic gold medalist or world championship double gold medalist? But look, he's got the amateur pedigree and the accolade. He's got the size. He's got everything, but clearly he doesn't want to stay as busy in the pros as he is as an amateur. This one's from Pel690. Hi, Ade. Would you ever fight on Misfits? No, absolutely not. Absolutely. Guys, I'm 45. I'm not a spring chicken. As much as I like to think I could hang with you young kids, I couldn't. I'd get starched. 45 isn't, it's not the oldest thing in the world, but still old regardless. So yeah, the answer is absolutely not. But you never know. Show me the money. Who knows? But no. I would like to do a fight camp with Boxing Science or someone, Dave Coldwell, nice guy, and then see how I feel. But nah. If you're not used to getting punched in the face, getting punched in the face isn't nice. Isn't nice at all. Another one from Pel690. Ade, do you think Itauma can beat Fury and AJ? Don't know. Not sure. I mean, I know a lot of you are like, of course he can. Like, steady. I mean, he's beaten some good kids, Dillian White, Jermaine Franklin. But once you go to that top 10, is AJ still a top 10? Fury most certainly is. It does get a bit trickier. Fury's got good hands, good feet as well, can take a crack. AJ is scary if he gets going. We just wait to see him get going. I'd make him favorite against AJ, but not against Fury. Slot in. We're not talking anything Liverpool today. Absolutely no chance. I'm talking Liverpool. Super chats come in. It says, who's this from? Sohail Naim 8023. What would you do if you were Bertabiev? I would. I've always said he should go to cruiserweight, but there is now a lot of talk about Bivol versus Bertabiev in Russia after Bivol fights his fight. But yeah, if I was him, I would have gone to cruiser, just like Benavidez is doing. Like, I mean, don't tell me you wouldn't have given Bertabiev a chance of beating Zerdo. I would have. And there's a lot of talk. You know what? Jai is looking for a dance partner. Imagine that one. Bertabiev versus Jai. Jai didn't look that great against Brandon Glanton. I don't think it's silly. If I am Bertabiev, I just want to stay active. At his age now, what is he, 41? Injuries galore. Just got to stay active, man. Got to stay active. Super chat as well from Matt Borgenson. Appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate the super chats. Thank you. I saw your comments on your Ade and Gman show about not knowing why Bivol isn't on the Usyk card. I feel like the answer is that he's Russian. Politics won't allow a Russian co-main in a Ukrainian right now. Think of it like that. Didn't think of it like that. And that might just be it. It might just be it. Obviously, he's referring to Usyk being Ukrainian. You know what? You could be right. I'm trying to think, have they ever been on a card of each other? No, you know what? You probably are right. It is a shame though, because that card would have been, I mean, we wait to see what's going to happen with that Usyk card. It might be moved from Egypt, obviously, because of what's going on in the world, but Hamza Shiraz could be on it. Obviously, Jack Captor's on it. It would have been nice to see Bivol on it. But that card needs thickening up, doesn't it? It would have been nice. All right, let's go back to where we were. Hi, Ade. How much can you bench press? Is that a picture of me? Okay. How much can I bench? 20, 40, 60, 70, 140, 160. 160 is the most I've ever done. Now, I don't even go past 100. Like, again, what am I trying to do? I'm not trying to be Mr. Olympia, just trying to stay fit, look good in the t-shirt. It's not like I'm ever going to walk around the street with my top off. Those days are done. Done. JD_05 says, big up to yourself, Ade. Long time subscriber here, as you know. Long time subscriber. JD_05, I'd say, has been subscribed to this channel for about definitely 6 years, maybe longer. Maybe longer. Hi, Ade. Do you think you could beat Carl Frampton in a boxing match? You should fight on Misfits. Carl Frampton would destroy me in about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Like, when you're around these guys, and we always kind of like joke about backstage, and you still see their hand speed, like, nah, they'll destroy it. They'll kill me. Kill me. Absolutely kill me. Hamza Hussein says, hi, Ade. If Joseph Parker comes through his substance controversy and doesn't get banned, what about Itauma versus Parker? Good one. It's a good shout. It's a good shout. Obviously, when we did, I don't know if you guys saw it, but we did like a what next for Itauma. And obviously Parker wasn't on there because we still wait to see. I don't know why this has taken so long, by the way. I mean, that fight with Wardy feels like a year ago. Obviously, it wasn't a year ago. It feels like a long time ago. We've heard nothing. That's a risky one for Itauma. Like, these are risky, you know. Like, obviously, we are crowning Itauma as the future. And I get it, right? An incredible talent. But, I mean, fighters like Joseph Parker, a problem. Like, Joseph Parker's a problem. He can crack. He's got experience. I mean, is there a lot of miles on the clock? Yes. He took a lot of punishment against Wardley as well. So you'd make, at this stage, you'd probably make an Itauma favorite, but not by much. Not by much. But that's a good shout. It is. Savage Sam Parker says, it was a great knockout from Itauma on the weekend, but he'd have to beat someone much higher level until I say he would beat Usyk. Yeah, there is a lot of he beats Usyk chat, which is crazy. Like, when you think about it, like the great Alexander Usyk, who is #1 by some distance, and Moses Itauma stopped a guy that is maybe ranked, where would you have Jermaine Franklin? Top 25? Like, I think we're getting a bit carried away. I am getting carried away, but I won't get carried away when it comes to Alexander Usyk. Like, Itauma's good, but Alexander Usyk is fun. Alexander Usyk is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. And going by his last performance against Daniel Dubois hasn't slowed down. So, no, you're right. I mean, he would have to knock out Wardley, ice Bacoli, and stop Dubois before I think he beats Alexander Usyk. That's my own take on it. Great to be back live. Can a fighter be ranked in the top 10 without fighting a scheduled 12 rounder, which means not fighting or beating any opponents worthy of being ranked in the top 10? Ooh, that's a picture of me as well. Matt came to my live. We got the live again in September. We've just sent the email off for the Green Chair Live. First one was incredible. Second one's obviously going to be better. I'm guessing this is this about Itauma again? But I'm with you. Like, there has to be some rules and regulations. If you've not fought a scheduled 12, it's not a championship fight. If it's not a championship fight, it's not really a top tier fight, is it? So I'm kind of with you. But, you know, with Itauma, he just passed the eye test, doesn't he? And I know that sounds silly, right? because there are so many other fighters he needs to beat. But you just watch him and you know he's fucking good. You just know he's a killer. Like, I'm watching him, I'm like, yeah, I know you're a killer. I know that he can beat a lot of the top 10 guys, to the point where it's a case of, okay, who can I definitely say beats him? Definitely Usyk, right? And then after that, I'm like, Gabriel, maybe. Zhang's a big puncher, because these are all maybes. Wardley, maybe. Dubois, maybe. Fury, maybe. Usyk, yes. Usyk's the only one that I say beats him now, and I know that's mad. That's mad. Next opponent plan for Moses in July: Giyasov, Makhmudov, Orikoli. It's too quick a turnaround for Makhmudov, who fights obviously Fury. Is it too quick a turnaround? Maybe not, actually. Makhmudov fights Fury next weekend. Okoli fights on the 25th. That's too quick for Okoli. Then Hrgovic, Anderson, or Ruiz. Then Wardley, Dubois, Parker. Okay. Of those first rounds, I would say Giyasov, just because I don't want an excuse of a quick turnaround. And then I would say Hrgovic, who I think we all agree probably beats Dave Allen, maybe comfortable. And then, fuck me, any of those three. If he does that, then I guess by the time he gets to Wardley, Dubois, Parker, he's a world champion. So yeah, any of those three. I wouldn't mind, the July one. I was saying this with G-Man the other day, and you guys give me your point. I wouldn't mind it being David Adelaide, I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind a shootout with a young gun. David, we know, has got fast hands. He's got a relatively good chin. He's got punch power. I'm not saying that he beats Itauma, but I think it's an exciting fight. I like the idea of him fighting someone young, as opposed to a lot of the old guard here. Someone fresh as well. Like, a lot of these guys, I feel like, are a bit worn out now. Parker, maybe. Even Hrgovic has taken a few beatings. But look, it's a good shout. It's a good shout. We'll see. Couple of super chats. Need to quickly read people. Matt Borgenson: Usyk may have taken this fight to prolong Ukrainian morale for the war effort. He is a beacon for his people, and to minimize a loss as he ages is vital. First, there's 2 points there. Usyk fights for his country. There's no two ways about it. But I don't think he's taking it as though if he was to take anyone else and risk losing, it's a problem, because I have Usyk as a favorite against any man walking. Any man. I still think Usyk will take the tough fights. For Usyk, trust me, it's all about the money. If Usyk gets the right check to fight these people, then Usyk will fight anyone. There is no fear in that human being. None. Zero. There are some fighters where when they tell me they're not scared of any man, I just believe them. When Bakodir says it, I'm like, it's up a tire. Usyk's one of those guys. So if the money's right, he'll take it because he deserves the money. But if not, he won't. Base the Kid, big up Ade. I thought you'd be in the thing, media public worker. I didn't see you there, but appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. One more super chat very quickly, guys, then we'll get to it. This one from is that Makai Richardson? Have I said that right? Makai Richardson. Hey Ade, so I'm looking to get into boxing as a disabled person, cerebral palsy and slightly deaf, but I didn't know how to get into the sport. I'm 5'7", 170 pounds, and 11.5% body fat. Jeez, you're in shape. That's what you are. You're in shape. 11.5% body fat is in shape. Like, that was me in my good old days. Now we're scratching around 15. If you can, if you're watching this, hopefully you still are watching this, send me an email. My email address is in the link. My email address is in the description. Please send me an email address so we can talk about that. But yeah, that's easy done. I mean, I know so many boxing clubs that will be able to help you. Easily done. All right, let's get back to it. Where were we? Who wins, Pat Brown or Jai? Stop asking stupid questions. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, Pat, what fights tomorrow? No, wait, Friday, right? In Altrincham. Come on. Jai's the best cruiserweight in the world. Pat's coming up. There will be a time when Pat, I think, is fighting some of the best people in the world, but let's not do this. Let's not do this. What do you think? Because he's Matchroom, I'm going to say Pat? No. Um, Dylan Goodrich, 2000. Even Ade, which fighter do you think, excluding the obvious, could become one of the faces of British boxing over the next few years? Dalton Smith. Is that obvious? I don't know if that's obvious. Dalton Smith, I think, will get a following. I think his fight with Alberto Puello, June, I can't remember what date, I think will show just how big he's become. What he did by going away and beating the champion in America and stopping him, I think people will get behind him. He's a big Sheffield Wednesday fan. Hopefully the club gets behind him as well. But I think Dalton Smith just has that about him. I think George Liddard has that about him as well. So those are two that are not as obvious. Obviously, we could all say Moses, right? But I think those two will be big stars. And I think if Dalton fights Adam Azim and beats him, I think it grows even further. So yeah, I'm going to say Dalton Smith and George Liddard. Chainsaw X. I can see Chisora hurt him Wilder with a shot, then get caught with that right hand as he's coming in to finish, unfortunately. You know what? I was asking a few people at the media workout who are they picking, and a few people were going Wilder, which surprised me. I thought everyone was going Chisora, but I think there's a few that think Wilder can still land that right hand. Maybe. I make Chisora a favorite, but I'm not against what you're saying here. The way Chisora comes in, to be fair, Chisora does come in sometimes with his head really low and tucked into the guard. But Wilder can time him coming in. And if Wilder starts to time Chisora could have a bad night. But I'm still going Chisora to get the job done. Caroline hasn't had a KO in 3 years after looking a power puncher early on. Do you think she struggles to make the weight? Where does Harper go when she loses? Okay, that's interesting because you already think Caroline is going to win. I thought you were going to say all that and then say Terry wins. If Harper loses, look, it depends. I mean, MVP have so many female fighters. She can still carry on. She's a world champion. She's got something to sell. As for Caroline, yeah, there was a time when I thought Caroline would steamroll a lot of fighters. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the power. You know, the thing about the power is that you could easily say, and I think this is quite easy to look at actually, when you look at BoxRec, her opponents have just got better. And sometimes when the opponents get better, it's harder to knock them out. They can see the punches, they can ride with the shots a bit better. And that might just be a thing that Caroline needs to work on. I think Caroline's really good. And I think she'll prove it as well. I expect her to beat Terry. Maybe not stop her, but I think she'll outwork her and cause Terry a lot of problems. I think she's a big favorite in that one. Ian Hamilton 213. What's going on, Ian? Says hi there. Ade, been too long. Great to see you back up here. Do you know if Inoue versus Nakatani is on the zone? But yes, I believe it is, people. I believe. Can I break that news? Am I going to get in trouble? I hope not. But I believe it is on the zone because your boy is trying to get out there to present it. I am literally pitching, saying, because I did the last Inoue Nakatani card, Night of the Samurai in Saudi, remember? And I want to do this one. If not, I just fucking fly there myself because I really want to get to Japan. I mean, this fight is going to sell out like that. 60,000 packed into, is it the Superdome? But yeah, I do believe it's on the zone. Talk about Walker versus Eggington. There is guaranteed fireworks. Yeah, Conor Walker versus Sam Eggington. That is an old school prize fighter fight. I don't know how old you guys are. Hopefully there are a few people around my age. You'll be good to remember the prize fighter, 3 rounds of just carnage. That fight won't last more than 3 rounds, but it will be a fucking fantastic 3 rounds. Conor Walker should win, but don't rule out Sam Eggington. I think we know he likes to kind of always go to the well, but is there any water left? I don't know. Ade, you should do live watch-alongs on your... Oh! Hey, you know what? That is a great shout. Obviously, I can't do the boxing ones because I'm at the boxing, but I can do the football ones. That's a great shout. And I am just typing that in my notes right now. That's a great shout. The football channel is literally touching 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. Took me 5 years to get 10,000 on my boxing. Shows how big football is. As much as we think boxing is incredible, and I love boxing, it's just not as big a sport, obviously. But yeah, it should be fun. Do you agree with Eddie that Ben will be booed? Probably. Yeah. I don't think Ben minds. I don't think Ben minds getting booed. All Ben cares about is getting paid. That's what he cares about, getting paid. And I've always said this: you either want to be the hero or the villain. You do not want to be in between. And because either way, if you're the hero, people will watch you. If you're the villain, people watch you to get chinned. So people will boo him, but they will watch. And that's the position you want to be in. So I don't think he cares. But yeah, I do think Eddie's right. He will get booed a lot. A lot. My man Ade, Amaze1239. What happened to the merch? Whoa, I haven't done that for years. That was a box talk thing. Still have the t-shirt. Any new merch plan? No. I haven't really thought about doing any t-shirts or hats or anything like that. Nah, I haven't. I mean, that was box talk like 10 years ago, maybe. If you've still got that, dude, then you must have the best washing machine and washing powder known to mankind. But no, I haven't thought about doing that. Who knows though? Who knows? A few ideas, but that wasn't one of them. But you never know, right? You never know. What's this one? In terms of schedule since last week, I've not known a schedule like it. The standouts for me are Smith versus Morale, Walker, Eggington, Wardley, Dubois, and Smith versus Puello. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? I mean, the schedule is incredible. And look, I do think there are some people starting to, by the way, you've got to add Xander Zayas versus Boots Ennis into that. It's an incredible schedule of fights. It does feel like there's a big fight on the zone because of Queensbury, Golden Boy, Top Rank, Matchroom. There's a big fight every week. Not a fight, a big fight every week. And I feel blessed that I work on most of them. And I think I'm going to be doing a few more of the American shows now that they've signed the Top Rank deal as well. So yeah, man. But of those ones you've got down, I do want a bit more hype for Smith Morrell. I kind of feel like it's going under the radar a little bit, maybe because there are so many big heavyweight fights in and around it. I think only Ben Whittaker's been announced as an undercard fight. Is there any other undercard fights? I think there must be, but I've not looked at it. But that's gone under the radar. That there is war. Smith Morrell is violent war. Morrell used to box, now he fights. Smith used to box, now he fights. That's just going to be crazy, that is. So, yeah, can't wait to talk about it. What's this one? Hi, Ade. Just a reminder, don't forget to talk to AJ about the Daniel Dubois rematch. I'm the guy who messaged you about that on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and you replied with a thumbs up. I don't know what AJ is going to do, if I'm honest with you. I can't wait for the AJ fight announcement. Look, we do know he's going to fight again. That's clear. Obviously, Usyk's wrote this thing down about undisputed 2027. Who knows? But I have no idea what AJ is going to do. If Daniel Dubois were to beat Wardley, I do think AJ would go for that one again. And obviously, Daniel Dubois would go for it because it's the biggest financial fight out there for him. Yeah, I can see a route where AJ does win all the belts. It's going to be very, very difficult. I'd say it's more impossible than possible, but I don't know, man. Who knows? Joe Barrow 5255 says, "Evening, Ade, going to be a great show with you tonight. Tea done early in preparation. A big move for me there. Looking forward to Wilder Chisora. May they both leave the ring okay at the end." Yeah, I hope they're going to be okay as well. It's going to be, I said this on my video today, like if Chisora wins, I guess it's going to be an emotional interview in the end because he's going to, like, I don't know, go to all four corners of the arena. He's going to try and grab the mic off me. I'm probably going to have to give it to him or I'm going to get chinned. If he loses, it's going to be an emotional farewell. If Wilder wins, then I guess there might be some fighters ringside that he might point at and say, "I want you," because Wilder will feel like he's back. I hope both are okay as well because 50 fights is a lot. We don't get heavyweights going to 50 fights anymore. It doesn't happen. I think the last couple were Vitali and Vladimir. Wait, did Vitali get to 50? Vladimir certainly did. This doesn't happen anymore. So both of them deserve a lot of credit. Both are in their 40s now, and they're going to entertain us. I think it'll be over a lot quicker than many think. I don't think this will go the distance. I think a lot of people seem to have money on the distance. I don't think so. I think both are going to get so tired so early, someone's going to sleep. Kobe Garland, would Itauma have beaten these heavyweights when they were 21? Mike Tyson, no. Tyson Fury, yes. Lennox Lewis, no. I don't know. Ali, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Bellend. Is that Bellendi one? Diz? Wardy Dubois might be the best fight announcement since 2025 for me. Even the fight poster was great. The designer needs a raise. Is it you that done it? I feel like this is you that did it. I think it's an incredible fight. Like, did you guys see the face off in the ring? Even that was great, wasn't it? It's just, I think the title is Don't Blink, right? And it is a Don't Blink fight. That's forget heavyweights. That's one of the best fights, I think. Yeah, one of the best fights that can be announced, that has been announced. And credit to both. Obviously, I was at the Co-op Live on Saturday. We're going back there. It will sell out, no doubt about it. But even if it doesn't, even as long as it gets close to 15, 16,000 like Moses had, then it's an incredible atmosphere. But I think it will sell out. And credit to fight fans, because there's a lot of boxing events that they're having to fork out a lot of money for, a lot of money. And I know fight fans that are going to all of those fights. So that's thousands of pounds. So look, credit to fight fans, man. They deserve a lot of credit. How do I say your name, dude? Abdul Rahman? Harder than my name. Ade, do you think Zuffa will actually stay around and take over? I think boxing is way too complicated to be taken over. And after Jar Pattaya lost his IBF, I don't think many people will go. Zuffa is hype. Look, Zuffa's not hype, but I don't think it will take over. Absolutely no chance. Like what Matchroom have done, what DAZN have done by signing Top Rank, and obviously they've got Queensbury, and I think we've seen the impact of them having Queensbury. It's almost like the Avengers have been assembled. Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, and Frank Warren. And I'm sorry, Dana White ain't taking that over, regardless of the amount of money they've got. That four just have too much power. Too much power in America in Golden Boy and Top Rank, and certainly too much power over here with Matchroom and Queensbury. Will they put on good events? Yeah. Will fighters sign with them? Yeah. We saw Conor Benn do it. But I think what happened with the IBF will scare a few people. There are still fighters out there that want to win belts. Maybe not like your Shakur Stevensons and your Devin Haney's who've got so many belts already, who now just want the money. But a fighter's dream is to become a world champion. And if you can't become a world champion, I think that might sort of make you pump the brakes a little bit. But they're not hype. They're not hype. They most certainly are real, but I don't think they'll take over. Lewis Hamilton or Michael Schumacher, who is the GOAT? Let me not lie to you. I don't watch too much F1. I don't. But, I probably watched more F1 when Michael Schumacher was driving than Lewis. So I'm going to go Schumacher. But I don't know too much. I'm probably got it wrong. 2 secs. Who you got if AJ versus Fury ever happens, and why? I'm going my boy AJ. Riding with AJ to the end, people, until the wheels come off. Only Usyk beats Itauma. We're all guessing here, aren't we? Everyone's excited about Itauma, which is good. Good. That's what we want. Do you worry about the charisma of future heavies? Some of them are a bit dull. Let's not lie. Some of them are a bit dull. But as long as they go in the ring and fight, I'm not too bothered. Like I was a bit worried. Remember when I did the face-off for Bivol Baturbiev? It was the worst face-off. Go and find it. DAZN Boxing. The worst face-off ever. They weren't even looking at each other. They were facing that way. I'm going to check it out. They're doing that. They're talking to each other, facing away from each other. Look what they did in the ring. Them two ain't got charisma. I love Bivol. We ain't got charisma. Baturbiev ain't got charisma. But in the ring, they deliver. So as long as these heavyweights deliver, we're good. We're good. Ade, when is the next live? Next pay-per-view, Bivol versus... Wait, what does that mean? I can't quite work out, Jake, what you're saying. When you say the next live, are you talking about the green chair live where I'm in front of you as an audience? If that's the case, we've just sent an email to them and we are looking at September. I wanted it earlier. I wanted to go in July. I wanted to go July, but World Cup. And then we're thinking August, people go on holidays with the kids. So September, which feels like a million miles away. But yeah, we're looking at potentially Thursday. Wait, the 3rd of September. or the 10th. Yeah. And we're going to a bigger room this time. I think the room we're going to is about 500 people, 600. So it's going to be bigger. It's going to be bigger and better. If that's what you're asking me, hopefully it is. And this one, final one, thoughts on, not final one, final super chat. Thoughts on Usyk AJ friendship, mind games for Fury. No. Nah, I think this has gone above Fury. AJ is just in the same camp as Usyk now. He's trained by one of Usyk's trainers. Why would you not be friendly with Alexander Usyk? Usyk's such a great guy. Even if he beat you 20,000 times, I've been around Usyk a few times. He's so nice. So nice. So even if you maybe were hesitant to like him, he'll make you like him. Like, again, you guys know I've interviewed so many fighters, and although his English isn't 100%, he's one of the best people I've ever interviewed, because he walks in. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he's like president of Ukraine in like 20 years. He's got that gravitas about him. So I don't mind the friendship with AJ. I don't mind it at all. A few people have asked me about it. I'm like, it's okay. All right, questions. Atto Y2A says, will you be in Egypt for the Usyk fight? I always wanted to go there, but I had no motivation. Now I do. Might even meet you if you went. As it stands right now, so here is the 1st of April, April Fool's Day. As it stands right now, I am going. Yes, I am going. But there is, I'm guessing, a conversation about it being moved because of what's going on in the world. But as it stands right now, I am going, and I'm very, very excited about going as well. I mean, I have seen small plans as to how they want this to look, and does look good. Does look good. Ade, what's a boxing opinion you had to keep to yourself at the time that you can say now that enough time has passed? I will say this. I know about all the fights that are going to happen months before they come out. And obviously I can make videos about all of these. So sometimes I'm seeing the rumors online. I'm like, that's bullshit. Because I literally would just phone up the head of the zone. I'm like, is that person fighting that? No. Okay, cool. So I know about most of the fights. So that's quite hard for me, because obviously I've got a boxing channel and I want to kind of, tell everything. But ultimately, I can't. So some of the rumors, like Boots versus Xander, obviously I've known about that for a while. So I kind of know about a lot before it happens. But it's a challenge because I talk a lot not to make videos on it. So there isn't anything specific, but yeah, that's the hardest thing. It's more that's quite difficult to do. Because like even Itauma, like who Itauma might fight in July, I know the list of candidates. So when I see some names pop up, I'm like, yeah, you're blowing hot or you're blowing cold, but I can't say. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I've not built the house in Nigeria yet. I haven't got the Ferrari outside. Let me get all that and then we'll spill the beans. Absolute Boxing says, yo, Ade, it's Jack from the weigh-in last Friday. Appreciate your time and motivation. Would love a proper chat soon. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I met a few people today, actually, and they were like, yeah, we've started YouTube channels and we started this and we started that. I'm like, fucking fantastic, man. Keep going. Honestly, keep going. Look at G-Man. Like, me and G-Man have got something to tell you, though. We've got something popping as well, but anything can happen, people. You don't know who's watching. So anyone that, likes to talk boxing, start a YouTube channel. You don't know. Ade, been a while since we spoke. Hope you're good. Just wanted to ask you, do you still talk to Ryan? God, I miss the box talk days when life was simpler. God, life was so simple back then. No, unfortunately not, is the answer to your question. I haven't spoke to Ryan for quite a while, but I do miss those days as well. God, I mean, don't get me wrong. What we do now is incredible. But then, what I miss about Box Talk? For those of you that don't know, I had a channel called Box Talk, the guy called Ryan Racing. What I miss is that I could say whatever the fuck I want. Like literally whatever I wanted. Now, obviously, your boy can't do that. Ade, let's talk Zayas versus Boots for 5 minutes. I could talk Xander Zayas versus Boots for an hour. What an incredible. What I do find unfortunate is what's his name? Virgil Ortiz. Imagine Virgil right now. Like, you couldn't get Boots, or you could get Boots, but whatever happened, happened. And then it was like, okay, I'm going to fight Xander. Now Xander's fighting Boots. Virgil versus Xander would have been enormous. Puerto Rican, Mexican. Don't get me wrong, Boots is enormous, but Virgil would have been fucking astronomical. And right now, Virgil's in the peak of his powers, never fought for a world title, never had or never been close to fighting for a world title. And he's now sitting on the fence collecting dust. It's a shame. It's a shame. Ian Paul 8881 says, if Wilder wins, would it not make sense for AJ to fight Wilder then Fury? If Wilder loses, does that also put a stain on Fury's resume, considering Wilder and Klitschko? No, because if Wilder loses, Fury can say, you've lost because you stepped in the ring with me and I bashed you up. And I think we all say that, right? I think we all agree that Fury took a lot out of Wilder. I think Wilder took a lot out of Fury, but Fury's the reason Wilder's not where he is anymore. If Wilder wins, yeah, I think Wilder AJ makes sense. But not next. I think AJ needs something sooner rather than later. And if Wilder wins, Wilder's going to want to take 6 months out. So does that mean AJ doesn't fight until September, October? I'd rather AJ have one in the summer and then potentially a quick turnaround for December. I don't know. But yeah. The peeps, whatever that says, how does Brave Dave beat Hrgovic? And just saying he did, a big ass. What do you think happens next for the White Rhino? How does he beat him? I have no idea. I have no idea. Hrgovic has got stamina. He's got a great jab. He's got good punch selection. He's got the greatest chin in the heavyweight division. This guy got like trampled on by Zhang. Adelaide hit him. Joe Joyce hit him. Doesn't go down. So I don't know how. I have no idea how Brave Dave, as you call him, wins. If he were to win, let's play that game. Then he's beaten a top 10 heavyweight. Because I was going to mention like Jimmy TKV, but he might say, well, no, I've beaten a top 10 heavyweight. I'm not going for the British title. I want something bigger. So I don't know. I don't know what you do. Most Itauma? Itauma? Is that mad? Is that mad? I don't know. Yo, Ade, are you ready for PSG next week? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Isak's training, though. Usyk is fit and Usyk is training. That's just the kind of boost I need. I'm not saying that means that. It's kind of boost I need right now. That's all I need. What's this? This is about AJ, right? Daniel Rogue says he's chinny and gun shy. He's not chinny. The chinny thing is ridiculous. The gun shy thing could be correct, but he's not chinny. These guys are massive heavyweights. He got put down by Daniel Dubois, who is fucking 250 pounds, and everyone would tell you he's the hardest hitter in the heavyweight division right now. That's what they say. I think it's probably Fabio. If a guy that's 255 pounds clocks you on your chin, you're going down. You're going down. So I don't know about the chinny bit. Is he a bit gun shy? Yeah, he probably is a bit gun shy. This is going to be a painful exit for AJ. If he's serious about competing for a belt, I wish him the best, but people who love him need to tell him the truth. I think we're quick to tell people to stop, aren't we? We're very, very quick to tell people enough's enough. I don't know, man. I don't know. Or maybe I'm getting a bit too, because I'm like, sentimental because it's AJ. You could be right. You could be right. Hi, Ade, from LA. Wow. From America. Jeez. Any updates on, you should tell me. You're in America. Any updates on Richard Torres' next opponent? Obviously, it was supposed to be Frank Sanchez, who I think has pulled out because of injury. He's got bad knees. He's done. If I'm Richard Torres, I look at what Jared Anderson has done. Obviously, Jared Anderson has signed a co-promotional deal with Queensbury. He's over here now on the undercard of Wally DeBar fighting Solomon Dakers. If I'm Richard Torres, I'm knocking on the Frank Warren door and saying, I'm happy to sign a co-promotion deal. Just get me over here and let me fight. Someone mentioned Dave Allen if Dave Allen beats Hrgovic. Now, don't get me wrong. Richard Torres is maybe too good for Dave Allen, but so is Hrgovic. But what it will do is it will get Richard Torres a fight over here against someone that is known over here. So if I'm here, I need to knock on Frank Warren's door and saying, I'm here for business. Every heavyweight should be knocking on Frank Warren's door, probably. I think Wilder should retire if he loses on Saturday. Yeah, 100%. And remember, I told you this here. Remember, I've said this. I'm going to say that to him. I will say, Wilder, is that enough? Is that it? If Chisora loses, same thing. You've got to ask those tough questions. It's hard, but you've got to ask him. Like telling someone to stop what they love doing just after they've had a 12-round war is a bit rude, but you know, that's what you got to do, people. That's what you got to do. QAR 27, long time. Welcome back. Thank you. Can you believe that Tommy Fury versus Eddie Hall is actually confirmed on Misfits? That's a hell of a weight difference. Not just a hell of a weight difference, hell of a skill set difference. Like, say what you want about Tommy, he can fight a little bit. It's weird. His career is so weird, isn't it? Like, for those of you that don't know Eddie Hall, he was the world's strongest man, or I'm going to say about 8 years ago, and he was the world record holder for deadlift for a long time. But he has had a few fights, but this is just madness. But it will do good numbers. It will do really good numbers, and Tommy's going to get paid well. But yeah, it is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for the super chat. All right. Where are we? I saw something about Ade, be honest. Do you think AJ is done? Okay, this one. Ade, be honest. Do you think AJ is finished? No. Look, when you say finished, we need to open this up a bit more. At what level? I wish you asked a bit more here, sir. I've always said that I want AJ to fight one more, then Fury, then walk off into the sunset. Are you saying finish as though he could beat a Dubois, Wardley, Catterall? That might be too much. We've seen him in there with Dubois. Dubois got rid of him quite early in that fight. So maybe at that level, he might be, but I still think AJ can be in fun fights. We'll see. We'll see. I don't want to write someone off like that. Let's just see what he does when he comes back, and then I guess we can pass judgment. But I certainly don't think he's done, if that's what you're getting at. I don't think that at all. 2-6. Ade, who do you think Itauma's July opponent will be? Reece Jones, 5606. Don't know. Can I give you my list of who I want it to be? Okay, my number one choice would be Martin Bakole. I know that people, you cheer for Martin Bakole all the time. Yeah, get me a pair of gloves. I'm easily bought, people. I'm easily bought. Send me something over and I'll cheer for you. No, but seriously, look, I think Martin Bakole will be a good one because the British public know who he is. And then you've got Andy Ruiz. Not mad at Andy Ruiz at all. Not been active. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. I mean, most guys now fighting once a year, right? Andy Ruiz would be number 2. David Adelaide would be number 3. Those would be my 3. And I'm by the way, I'm saying this based off who's available, not who's got a fight scheduled. Because I could say Hrgovic, I could say Wardy. They've all got fight scheduled. I'm talking about people that don't have fight scheduled. Those would be my pick. Ade, how comes you hold AJ and Fury to different standards? How's Fury still a top 10 heavyweight, but AJ isn't? Fury's last fight was against Usyk. He lost to Usyk on points. AJ got stopped by Dubois, unless you're counting the Jake Paul fight. So that's kind of why, if I'm honest with you, that's really it. I personally, by the way, I think AJ could be top 10, like 10, 9, 10, but it's close. By the way, and Fury being top 10, I think Fury's like 5. I don't have Fury as like, it's not like I've got Fury at number 2 and AJ at 10. I have Fury at like 5. Now you've asked me this. In my head, I'll probably go Usyk, Catterall, Wardley, Dubois, Fury. Maybe Fury above Dubois, actually. Yeah, but yeah, I want to do a top 10 video. You kind of got me. You got me thinking. Now I'll do a top 10 video. It's a bit of a random question, but I'm not mad at it. Charlie Rendon, C1F. What's up, Ade? Big fan. What's your favorite Leonardo DiCaprio film? Oh my God, so many. Catch Me If You Can was good. Catch Me If You Can was really, really good. Look, I mean, we all liked Titanic, didn't we? Are we going to pretend we didn't like it now? All the hard men in the chat going to say I didn't like that romantic film. I fucking loved it. Titanic was really good, but I'm thinking Catch Me If You Can. No, Wolf of Wall Street. Watched it recently. Wolf of Wall Street. Have I missed one? I feel like I've missed an obvious big one. What have I missed, people? Departed, Leonardo DiCaprio. But that was an ensemble cast. It was a lot of people. Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street. All right, let's quickly go super chats. Hey, Ade, huge fan. The UK fans don't know how good they have it to be able to meet you. Watching from Wilmington, Delaware, USA, second smallest state in the US. Jeez, you know what it is when I see things like that, that almost makes me want to go there. I just want to see what the second smallest state in the US is. And you know what, UK fans, you hear that? You guys are lucky to be able to meet me. You guys are lucky. Like, appreciate it. Don't give me stick. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. And look, I genuinely might go there. I'm not even joking. I like traveling a lot. I'm fortunate that I get to travel a lot. And who knows? Wilmington, Delaware. No, I want to write that down. I'm going to write that down very quickly. I'm organized. Got a pad and everything, people. I don't play around. I want to quickly Google that state. Right. Is it a state black people go to? You gotta be careful in America. You gotta be careful in America. Is it a state the brothers go to? Wilmington, Delaware. But I appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. What's this? Sorry for my typo. My fight walk crowd chant for Itauma. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Itauma? It's Itauma. Itauma, yeah. You know what I like? That's awful, by the way. That's awful, Shawnee. One thing I like about it, by the way, Itauma's ring walks, that Meeks, that came out of him. I hate that kind of stuff. But what I will say, there was at least 10,000 in there for Itauma. Itauma's becoming a bit of a star. Like, Wardley's a star. Wardley can do good numbers. Itauma can do good numbers. Dubois can do good numbers. The heavyweight scene's in good hands when Chisora, Fury, and AJ go. We got big ticket sellers, stadium sellers as well. Like, imagine Itauma were to fight Wardley. That's a stadium. Itauma Dubois is a stadium. I genuinely believe that's a stadium. This is a great question. Jimmy Goldie. Hi, mate. Hope you're well. If you could upgrade one attribute, e.g. chin, to make a boxer dominate a division, who's your pick? Mine, Zhang stamina. If Zhang had stamina, everyone's dead. Wait. Mine, this isn't really, he might not dominate, and this isn't an attribute. I just want Bakodir to come in shape. That's it. So all I ask for is Bakodir to walk into that ring at 265 pounds. I think everyone would be dead. But it's 300 pounds. It's 300 pounds, and everyone's not dead because he's probably eaten them. Oh, Jesus. All right, here we go. Where are we? Loads of questions. Guys, thank you. I haven't done a live for ages, and there's like nearly 350 of you watching this live on a Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday evening. It's much appreciated. Can you push for Itauma versus Bakodir and the winner gets Dubois, who I believe beats Wardley? I'm not that powerful. You know, the thing is, though, I say that, yeah. You know, if I were to say their name on the broadcast, it kind of does resonate a little bit. People do talk about it. So I have had managers come up to me and ask, "Can you just say my fighter's name on the broadcast?" I'm like, I only say it if I want it to happen and if I believe in it as well. If I believe in it, I'll certainly say it. So yeah, I do believe in that. So I might say it this Saturday. Might sneak it in somewhere. Remember this. Hi, Ade. I was thinking about a pre-Christmas show, and I came up with Dubois versus AJ2, Itauma versus Zhang, Ben Whittaker versus Daniel Lappin, Ezra Taylor versus Liam Cameron. Good shout. Cameron Vong versus Gavin Gwynn. What, again? Cameron Vong versus Gavin. How many times you want to bloody see that fight? AJ Dubois, yes, sign me up. Itauma versus Zhang. Okay, that's risky. I'm telling you now, guys. I'm telling you now, no one wants to fight Zhang. Trust me when I say this. Trust me when I know this. No one wants to fight Zhang. He's almost like, why? You know, there was a lot of talk about Zhang could have this massive following in Beijing, I think it is, China. I don't know if that's the case. And so because we don't know about that following, the risk reward of fighting him is just non-existent. Like, he's too risky, and the reward isn't that big. So yeah, he's going to struggle to get a fight. Really struggle to get a fight. Plus, what is he now? 41, 42? Yeah. Forest Ranger says, I feel like Itauma's about to do some generational shit, as in just be unstoppable and unbeatable. Don't know about that. Everyone gets beat in the heavyweight division, really, don't they? I mean, unless you're... Well, look, Alexander Usyk's generational, so I guess what you're saying is go through unbeaten, undisputed. That's the only way you become generational. Like, you don't even become generational winning a world title. Andy Ruiz did that. He's not generational. Wilder did it, had a few defenses. He isn't generational. And then there's the argument about AJ Fury. So if you're talking generational, you're talking about this guy starching everyone and becoming undisputed. Could happen. Could happen. Hi, Ade. You have a great collection of flat caps. How many do you think you have? And could you donate one to G-Man? I might have to. But if I donate one to G-Man, he's going to look like me. Obviously, he's white. I get it. But he's going to look like me because he's going to have a bald head. He's going to have a beard. And yeah, I get all these from a shop called Laird's. Can you guys see that? Laird's. Ian Wright look at that name drop. Let me quickly pick up that name. But Ian Wright put me onto them. And so I go there, and this is where I get them all from. All right, where are we? Ollie 06C says, do you think Boots will fight Fundora if he wins his next fight? Who wins if they do? That's a tough fight. Fundora's a problem. He's a big problem. He's now matured as well. He's very aggressive. He's very tall. He likes to fight on the inside. How can you be 6'5", however tall he is, and fight on the inside like that? He seems to make the weight comfortably. I've spoken to him and I was like, dude, surely you're moving up soon. He's like, no, I'm fine. How can you be fine at 154 and be 6'5"? So I kind of think he might like just, I don't know, like be avoided. But Boots could beat him. I'm not. Boots can beat him. Boots 100% can beat him. I think Boots does beat Xander Zayas. I think Virgil Ortiz fights Fundora. And then I do think we get the undisputed fight between Virgil Ortiz and Boots, because by then, Virgil Ortiz's situation will be sorted out. Remember I said this. Remember that, all right? All right. Would Benavidez be able to go? No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Like, I've been around Benavidez. He's not as big as people think. Like you know, he's like, this is going to sound crazy. Callum Simpson is bigger than Benavidez. I know that's going to sound, you're like, what? Yeah. There's a photo of the two, actually. We just type in Callum Simpson, David Benavidez, just so you guys can get a reference to how big Benavidez isn't. He's not that big. If anyone, Jaya Patai, by the way, Jaya Patai versus Moses Itauma will be fucking mental. Like, I feel like Moses needs to fight some speed. Could be a problem for Moses. Someone who has equal speed. And I think Jai could have speed. Hear me out. I'm not saying Jai beats him. I don't know a lot. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think that's actually a fun fight. Like, I'd be so interested in that fight. And it's only one step up, cruiserweight. Moses isn't the biggest. He's big. He's not the biggest. It's not like Jai is fighting a guy that's 300 pounds. I mean, Moses is 240. Jai would come in the ring 220. Would you not want to see that? Sign me up. Sign me the fuck up right now. All right. A couple of super chats have come in. Where are we? Jake Jansen says, Ade, yes, last time at your watch long was amazing. Why aren't people talking about a Heart 7 games first time? 7 Heart 7 games first time other than the old firm in 1982. He's talking about football. For you Americans, are like, what's he talking about? Hearts, like, what's going on? Hearts in the Scottish Premiership. Sorry, we do talk football on here somewhere. By the way, the last watch along, I don't know if he's referring to this or the live. The last live we did, the first one we ever did, Green Chair Productions live, was incredible. David Adelaide came, we had Devsani, we had Spencer Oliver, G-Man. Can you imagine the guest list I'm going to try and get together this time? Not that I need to. I don't need it. I could do it myself, but the guest list is going to be really good. All right, where are we? Hi, Ade. Who would you cast as AJ in a movie? Sorry, all the Wi-Fi kind of nearly went there, didn't it? I don't know. I don't know any 6'5" actors, if I'm honest with you. Who's a 6'5" actor? Probably AJ himself. Can't think of one. That was easy for Ali. Will Smith, easy choice. Can't think of anyone that can do it. Who's this? Malta Guinness on me. Oh my God. Get me that right now. Enjoy, my bro. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all, honestly. Some 330 of you in the chat right now, which is crazy. But honestly, appreciate that. Thank you so much. How much of a problem is a Tang? Seems forgotten. Leo Tang hasn't been forgotten. We talk about him all the time. You know, the problem is for Leo Tang is Moses, because everyone's going to talk about Moses and they're around the same age. I think Atang is 19, going to be 20. But he hasn't been forgotten. It's just, let's take it easy. What has he had? 5 fights? No one really was talking about Moses after his 5th fight. So I think we just have to let him get to double digits, let him beat someone like the way Moses beat Marius Vac, Dempsey McKean, and then we'll start talking about him. But he certainly hasn't been forgotten, I don't think. All right, where are we? Ade, you should do a Champions League predictions from quarterfinals to semi. Yes, I like this. People give me ideas from my football channel. That's what I need, because I'm still getting used to talking football. It's a bit weird for me. I'm writing all these ideas down, people. I'm writing them down. The Prodigy 112, that now that Benavidez versus Zerdo is on the zone along with the PBZ Amazon Prime, will there be a separate broadcast team for it? And if so, would you be presenting it? Good question. That's a very good question. I don't know is the answer. I don't know. What we have done in the past, when, like, for example, when Crawford fought Spence, I was there for the zone, but we didn't do the broadcast. We did like a wraparound show. So basically, we did like a kind of show prior, then PBC took over, and then we did a show at the end. So we didn't actually cover the main, like the actual show itself. So it might be something like that. Gutted, because I'd love to obviously do it, but who knows? Good question that is, though. Everyone telling you to fight on Misfits. You should fight Mike Coppinger. Mike's not ready for that. Mike's my guy. I like Mike. He's not as bad as people. I mean, you know what it is? Mike's actually, when you sit with him, like I did the Ryan Garcia Barrios fight, and we were upstairs in the studio together. And when you sit with him, he's actually not what you think, if that makes any sense. Like I remember I used to think, oh, Mike's a fucking, but then I sat with him, I was like, this guy's a cool dude. He's actually a cool dude. So he's not that bad. But yeah, as for the fight, destroy him. Destroy him. What happened to all the Dillian White fans? Well, once a boxer kind of stops and Dillian White's kind of stopped, then the fans kind of stop, don't they? I do wonder what's going to happen with Dillian White, because I suggested AJ. I don't know now. I don't know if that's the thing. That was a hard loss for Dillian White to take, the Moses one. It's difficult, but look, he stepped up. He wanted it. He said, I'll take the smoke from the young guys. Not a lot of people would step up and fight Moses. Dillian White said he would. Obviously a mistake in hindsight. And then obviously the Chisora fight fell through. I do think this Wilder one, I think it would have been better if it was Dillian White Chisora. That's just my take on it. I think there would have been so much more heat. Like this friendly stuff between Wilder and Chisora, I'm not with. All right, let's see. Stuart Steelyard, are you looking forward to going to Doncaster with Dave Allen? Really good night out round there afterwards if you're stopping up. Is it? I can imagine. Up north is crazy, isn't it? Up north is always a good night. Is that the week after Wardley Dubois? I think it is. So I guess I will be busy, innit? Jesus Christ. That is the week after Wardley Dubois. And then the week after that is Usyk. That's a lot. Ade, have you heard of the Wardley Dubois undercard? Yes, a great undercard. I might, let me see if I can get it up. I think it's a really good undercard. If it's up on Box Rec, it should be. 1 second. But you know what? I'll be honest with you, I don't even really care about the undercard for that fight. I'm just excited for that fight. All right, let's go. Where are we? Event. So far we've got Jack Rafferty versus Eko Usman. Rafferty moving up to 147. Not mad at that. Jared Anderson versus Solomon Dakers. Not mad at that. Liam Cameron versus Bradley Ray. Not mad at that. Khalil Majid versus Gavin. Take my money. Take my money. Is that not a good card? Is that not a good card? Am I overhyping it? I think it's a good card. It's a good card, no? AJ should stay well away from Moses Itauma. Usyk saying AJ will win undisputed in 2027. Is Usyk trolling AJ or being serious? He's been very serious. He's been very serious. He's trying to just manifest it. Whether or not it will happen is a whole different thing. Do you think Wardley has the best chin in boxing right now? I think he does. His fitness levels are off the chart. Yeah, he's been cracked a lot. I would still give it to Hrgovic, but I can understand why someone would say, well, Hrgovic got hit by Zhang. I'm telling you now, Zhang's left hook is devastating. I mean, it spun Joe Joyce around like he was on ice skates. It's devastating. So I would lean to Hrgovic, but I'm not mad at the Wardley one. Not mad. Hey Ade, are you going to do another Green Chair Live this year? Yes, 100%. We're doing it in September. I wanted to do it in August. In fact, I want to do it now. I'm ready to go. But a guy that helps me run the channel, Andrew, was like, let's do it in September, which I'm still not happy about. But you know what it is? I've got such a busy May schedule, to be honest. I looked at it. June's crazy. I'm going to the World Cup, guys. Guys, I'm going to the World Cup. Did I tell you this? I'm doing the World Cup. I will officially announce it. Well, I'm just kind of announced it already, but I'll let you know who for. But that dream I had of presenting the World Cup, it's come to fruition. You boys going. So I'm doing the World Cup. That's busy. What's that? June, July. So September kind of makes sense, but I wanted to find a weekend to do it now. So yeah. We'll see. Good question. This one, good question. Who wins out of Willy Hutchinson and Anthony Yard? That's a very good question, and that's a good fight. Yard. Yard got bashed up by Benavidez. Benavidez bashes up 99% of light heavyweights. Am I lying? Bashes up 99%. Benavidez would do that to Willy. Willy would probably make it harder, and Benavidez would have to trap him because Willy won't stay in the pocket, but he'll get to him. So I'm going to go Yard just 55-45. Again, there might be a bit of bias there. I know Yard, probably a bit of bias there, but I'm going to go Yard. I do think AJ is the most disrespected heavyweight on the planet. Don't know about that. Not sure. He's got trolls. He's got people that doubt him, but he's also got a lot of people that love him, like loads. I mean, you go to an AJ fight, it's 90,000 in there. It's just the defeats have been bad defeats. The Dubois one was bad. I think that stayed with people. Andy Ruiz has stayed with people. Maybe the meltdown after Usyk 2 has stayed with people. I think that's the issue, but I think he's respected. I respect him massively. That's all that counts, right? As long as Ade's got your back, that's all that counts. All right, let's go to the super chats. This one is from Ian Hampton. If you don't get the Japan gig, I'm suggesting a watch along for Man United versus Liverpool, and I come down to London to watch trivia. Also reply to your members' video with suggestions, like you said. Yes, guys, I did. Thank you, Ian. I did put out a members video the other day because there are members that donate money every month, and I haven't put any members' content, and it's physically making me sick. So I suggested ideas of what members would like. I am filming a behind the scenes of Chisora Wilder on Fight Night. I've got someone coming. We're filming all when I say, but I mean properly behind the scenes. So that might be fun. That might be good. That will go onto the members channel, things like that. I don't know. I don't know. Basically, I'm struggling to think of ideas, but we will put out some content next week without a doubt, and then we'll just have to roll with it. And maybe behind the scenes might work because there are some interesting fights. Like if I do go to Japan, who would not want to see behind the scenes of Inoue Nakatani, Egypt? Quite different, isn't it? So yeah, we're working on that. All right, should we go for another 10 minutes? Why not? Why not? 2 secs, people. Have you seen the new Truthbound boxing game? If so, thoughts? No, I haven't. Talking about boxing game, Undisputed Ade Ladipo, part 2, on its way. Spoke with them the other day. Looks like we're going to get a deal done again. They're supporting the channel, which is really good. I'm very happy they're supporting the channel. Looks like we're about to get that topping. What's this? Ade, you need to talk to G-Man. He made a homophobic comment about Kelbrook on his video about Chris Eubank today. Did he? Oh, I'll have a word. You know what it is about G-Man? Because he's kind of linked with me. Like when people think G-Man, for some reason they think Ade. So when he does something like that, I kind of do get upset, but we'll have a word. Clearly a mistake. G-Man's a great guy. Best British fighter to never win a world title. It depends what age you are. I'm of the age where it was Kevin Mitchell. Luke Campbell's another good shout. But for me, Kevin Mitchell was just a fucking nutter. And it's good to see his son fight. And his son fought at the Copper Box a couple of weeks ago. But I was always a big fan of Kevin Mitchell, always. Let's not forget, although I support Liverpool, I've grown up in and around the West Ham area. And he was a proper West Ham fan. So I've always kind of liked him a lot. Charlie Rendon, Ade, would you take the match of the day presenter role? Heard you're in the running. Who told you this? This is top secret information. How did you know this? The answer is yes, obviously. But it's not going to be easy. There's quite a few good presenters out there, but who knows? I mean, I never thought I'd be doing this. And when I say this, I mean like the boxing stuff I do. So who knows what can happen in the future? Which fighters do you want to be more active? The one of them is fighting this weekend, Vidal Riley, who's not fought since Chev Clark. It's not good enough. It's a year ago. That was the first Ben Eubank fight. It's crazy. Needs to be way more active. Javonte Davis, if he's taking this thing seriously again, I'm not quite sure. Ryan Garcia. I liked him for 2-3. Ryan Garcia fight week, so incredible. I'd like him to be busy as well. Alexander Usyk, who gives us 1 fight a year, but he's stopping. I just think any top guy, any top fighter, the guy or girl, if you're top, 1 fight a year is just not enough. It's not enough. All right, guys, couple more minutes. Where are we? Should Dubois win, would he be the perfect acid test for AJ on his road to... Yeah, because what that is A, you're fighting for a world title, right? But then you're having to get over a mental hump. And Dubois is a mental hump for AJ because obviously... Sorry, yeah, Dubois is a mental... Yeah, because he bashed him up. It's that simple, right? He put a beating on him. So... But I still think AJ can beat him. Am I crazy to think that? Am I crazy to think that someone that got knocked out and knocked down several times can beat the person that did it? I don't know why. I think AJ can do it, man. I just don't think he's got to be on it. He's got to be sharp. And who knows? This new trainer training with Usyk, maybe they've added something. I don't know, but we'll see. Ade, do you think there is a way Dave Allen can beat Hrgovic? No. Well, heavyweight boxing, anything can happen, but 9.999 times out of 10, I'd favor Hrgovic. Sorry. Itauma's best win is a top 30 Franklin Jr. And all of a sudden, he'll destroy the whole division. Don't believe the hype. Let's wait and see. It's not that he just beat a top 30 guy, and you are correct. That's what Jermaine Franklin is. I said 25. You're probably right. Top 30. It's how we did it. It's how we knocked down someone that's never been knocked down, and it's how we stopped him. That's what it is. But you're right. There are way bigger tests to come. But I think we all believe he can overcome those tests. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Where else? From Belfast, do you think Itauma should go to America next against Ruiz Jr. to do what AJ couldn't and make a bigger name for himself? Yeah, someone said this the other day. Nikisa Badirian, who obviously works with MVP and Jake Paul, he said that he thinks Itauma should go there. I don't know if I'm building up Itauma. Remember, AJ was a star when he went there, and the reason he went there was because he's already a star over here. He'd done stadiums over here. Why not try and conquer America? Itauma's not conquered the UK yet. So I think you should conquer home first. Conquer home, sell out a couple of arenas, hopefully fights in the O2 arena next, then go and do some damage in America. But you've got a lot of all the heavyweights over here. I've never known a time when every single top heavyweight wants to fight over here. Ruiz should want to fight over here. Itauma shouldn't have to go to Ruiz's backyard. I don't think so. Ade, what's up, mate? Good evening. Good evening to you too, sir. Good evening to you too. 2 secs, people. 2 secs. Reece Jones, 5006. Denzel Bentley's fight has gone under the radar this Saturday. Will become an interim world champion. Yes, he would. WBO interim. And then you look at the middleweight division, it's kind of open, isn't it? Right now, it's really, really open. So if you're Denzel Bentley, there's a chance that there is a chance that you could be elevated to champion. I mean, remember, Alan Canali's on a ban. Carlos Adames has gone up. Like, who rules that division? Who rules it? I think a lot of people thought Shaquille Thompson was going to go and do some damage. He got stopped by Brad Pauls. It's well open for business. And Denzel Bentley's got the skills and the experience to kind of maybe get a world title shot. I think he could. Trimbo 73 says it's all gone quiet with Martin Bakole. For 2 years, we had Billy Nelson telling us he's the greatest in the world. He's been embarrassed in the last few fights. You know what? That's hard to disagree with what you're saying. Hard to disagree with. It's gone really quiet. It's gone really quiet. Not only were we hearing he was the best in the world, we was hearing about he's bashing people up and sparring and blah, blah, blah. I caused Usyk a problem. I did this. And I love Bakole. But the fact is, the Parker fight on short notice, I gave you an excuse because you literally landed in the country and fought on the same day you landed, pretty much. But the FA Jagba fight, nah. So 299 pounds. Was that? Wait, have I got that right? I think it was 299 pounds for FA Jagba, and that's a bloody disgrace. 299 pounds. That's ridiculous. What was it? Yeah, 299. FA Jagba 299. And the Joseph Parker fight, where he was severely overweight, was 310. What are you doing weighing 310 pounds? What are you doing as a professional athlete? So yeah, it's all gone quiet. 2 secs. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else, any interesting ones before we shut up. Yes, Ade, would you go Huey? No, I would not go Huey Fury versus AJ. Ooh, what are we doing? Come on. Ade, a certain Sonny Edwards seems to be getting itchy feet. Odds on Sonny fighting again, in your opinion? Cheers, Richardson. I would say there is a 35% chance that he fights again. And he's definitely getting itchy feet. I've asked him this question so many times, and he always says no, but it's the way he says no. It's not a, nah, of course not. It's a, nah. Do you know what I mean? There's a little noise. It's like, nah. As no. Nah. Oh, God. Luke _OQ1FD. Big up to you, Ade. Been here for 5 years now. Wow, thank you. All love to you, my man. Currently on another weight loss journey. Gone from 73 point. Dude, that's not weight loss. That's loss. That's a lot of weight. 73.4 to 66.9. Pretty impressive. Very impressive. Very impressive. I am right now, when I wake up, I'm 84 kilos. I used to walk around 94. So this is my weight now. And this is the hard thing to try and stay this weight because my body wants to go up. But I'm having to not eat when I'm hungry, which is just bullshit. Like tonight, my dinner or my tea, as you Northerners would say, is probably going to be a yogurt with some blueberries, some nuts, and a bit of dark chocolate. Sad, innit? What am I doing? The fuck am I doing? I don't know. What am I doing? All right, where we go? 2 seconds. 2 seconds, people. Eddie N90. Thank you for thank you everyone for the super chats. Honestly, thank you so much. Ade, who would you like to see Jai in with at heavy? Moses. Sorry. Okay. If we're being, can we be a bit more realistic? Like a kind of an easier run out. Solomon Dakers. Nah, you can't go from being the #1 cruiserweight. You can't get an easy touch. Moses Itauma. Caball's not big. I think Jai could cause all these guys problems. I really do. I don't know if he's got the punch power in the elite. Like if he takes on someone with an elite chin, he might struggle. But we know he's got the time and he's got the speed. I want to see him in with Caball. I want to see him. So I'm not going to the super heavyweights, the 290, 280 pounds. Caball's not super heavyweight. Nor is Fabio Wardley. Nor is Moses Itauma. Those are all options. Those are all options, people. I like that. Someone asked, where are all the Dillian White fans? And Base the Kid says, I'm still a Dillian White fan. Yeah, you can't just stop being a fan when someone loses. That's not how it works. That is certainly not how it works. That's why I always, when people ask me about AJ, of course I'm an AJ, like the biggest AJ fan. I'm just gonna, he's lost and now I'm gone. No. If you like Dillian White, you like Dillian White. Good question. Where to next for Ben Whittaker? How long before a world level fight? Now, I thought the plan was he goes to Matchroom and, you know, he's in the mix. All you know, I want to see him in the mix with domestically. That's what I want. And that shouldn't be difficult. I don't understand why this is difficult. Like, I don't want to see him with any international fighters. I feel like I'm being racist, like Reform. No international fight. There's so many good fights for him over here. There's so many names. Craig Richards. I could call Craig right now. Craig will take the Ben Whittaker fight right now. Why don't we see that fight? Lyndon Arthur will take that fight right now. All these fights will take them right now. Willy Hutchinson, right now. All of them. Why are we not getting those fights? Like, we should be able to get those fights. Like, Ben Whittaker's a good fighter. Don't know what's going on, man. Don't know what's going on. All right, guys. All right, what's the time? All right, 3 more minutes. Let me find 3 more questions. Yeah. Listen. Look at that. Who's this? I like you. Hot video 18. Hit the like button now. Top man. Who is that? Whoever that is. Good man. Why does G-Man always wear a hat? I wear hats all the time, but I'm happy not to. Let me take it off. Ooh. Because you guys have fucking battered him about his hair. That's why. He will now start wearing hats. This is true. You know what? This is true. Wait 1 second. This is true. Someone said, Ade, even Usyk took a soft touch before he fought all the proper contenders. You're correct. He did. Who did he do again? I forgot who Usyk fought again. Fuck. My brain is foggy. He fought in America. Who was it against? Can't remember. But you're right. He took a soft touch. 2 secs. I'm having scampi and chips. Ooh, give me some of that, boy. Give me some. You know, I might just change my fuck the yogurt in it. I was gonna do yogurt and dark chocolate and berries. You know, I'm just gonna order Chinese. Fuck it. Chicken fried rice. I'm gonna do chicken fried rice. I might get sweet and sour chicken balls. Like if I'm gonna, you know what it is? If I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. If I'm gonna go unhealthy, I'm just gonna go for it and I'll just go gym tomorrow and jog it off and sweat it off in the sauna. Yes, I've watched this. Scott Arbuckle. I remember that name. Scott, you've been a subscriber for ages, haven't you? Ade, have you gone through the Conor Ben interview on the overlap? Who's right, Hearn or Ben? I don't know if it's a case of who's right. You mean who's telling fibs? Who's lying? By the way, I did like it. I liked it a lot. I actually sent Ben's manager, or not Ben's manager, Ben's PA person a message to say, look, I actually thought Ben came across quite well in that. I think things have been worded quite well. I've actually spoke to Eddie about this as well. So when there's a part when Gary Neville asked Ben if Eddie's lent him money, and Ben responds, no, Eddie didn't lend me money for my lawyer fees. That's not really what Gary was asking. Gary was asking money in general. I think it's clear that they lent him some money. I don't think they're going to lie about that. But look, are we not tired of it all? I'm so tired of it all. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you this. He will fight for Matchroom again. Remember I said it. Fight for Matchroom again. He'll fight for Matchroom again. It just happens. I mean, you know how many people Eddie's like Frank and Eddie hate each other. Now look, they're working relationship. It's all about money. They'll fight again. They'll fight again. I went from 110 to 79. Fuck, fair play. Fair play. Jesus Christ. Photo. Prove it. Prove it. You can't just say that. I want a photo. I want a photo. I don't believe you. In fact, it's so good. I don't believe you. Hey, Ade, any news about fight cards happening in Nigeria and Ghana? There are fight cards in both. I can tell you very quickly about the one in Ghana. There's the one in Nigeria is happening on the 1st. I should be going, but it's going to be tight because obviously Inoue, Nakatani, Benavidez, Yard, all those things are happening. Sorry, Benavidez, Yard, Benavidez, Zerdo. Let me tell you about the Ghanaian one very quickly. I saw it announced. Tickets out now, April 10th. Bookham Boxing Arena, 2026. I don't know what the fight card is. Chris Congo's on it. Chris Congo versus Solomon. Don't know who that is. 8-rounder. But yeah, there you go. It's happening. This is important that they continue doing these ones, and that's on DAZN, Matchroom, and so is the Nigerian ones on DAZN as well. All right. Brad Paul's fed to fighters for a defeat instead. Rinse and repeat knockouts. Good on him. Needs respect. Yeah, he does need a lot of respect, Brad Paul's. I'm going to send him a voice note now, actually, and just say, well fucking done, man, because that Shaquille Thompson looked scary, didn't he? He looked massive, scary, and he was winning it quite comfortably, if we're honest. And then out of nowhere, bang. And that's what Brad Paul's does. I mean, did the same thing with Nathan Heaney. He's now done the same thing again. Shaquille Thompson was talking a lot of smack at the press conference and the weigh-in. And Brad Paul's done who he's talking in the ring. Do you agree with me? The Fog Sellers, there is only 5 heavyweight contenders: Usyk, Caballero, Wardley, Dubois, Hrgovic, and Itauma. That's 6, my friend. I don't agree with that, no. I mean, where's Tyson Fury? Come on, man. Let's not do this to Mr. Fury. He should be there. And when he beats Arslan Bekmambetov, which I believe he will, I think we'll have him there as well. And then I think you have to look at people like Torres. You have to look at people like Zhang. You have to look at people like Bakoli. I mean, has AJ just been forgotten because of one defeat to Dubois? That's what it has been, one defeat to Dubois. So no, I think there are more than that. I think there are more. Are you going to the MVP card on Sunday? Looks good. Wonder if Jake will make it. I'm not scheduled to go, but I might go. I might just reach out to them and get a couple of tickets, because that's what your boy can do. Just make that phone call. But yeah, or I might just watch it at home. You know. Jared Anderson should be Moses Itauma's introduction to the US. You know what? There's a reason they've signed Jared Anderson. They've not signed Jared Anderson for Solomon Dakers. They've not. Although Solomon looked pretty good in his last fight. Do you remember that fight? Wembley Stadium. I think he tore his bicep, but he looked better. He fought a Ukrainian who I've just forgotten his name. Vladislav Sorenko. Fucking hell, look at that knowledge. Look at that. He looked good. So don't rule out Dakers causing an upset here. But yeah, they've obviously signed Jared Anderson for a reason, and maybe that's a future opponent for Moses Itauma. One second. Ade, why do guys like you in boxing ignore the racist comments and failed tests from guys like Ryan Garcia and continue to prop them up? You obviously, Mr. Wonky West, do not. Wonky Yes? don't watch his channel enough because I don't ignore it. I don't ignore it from Teofimo Lopez as well. I go back on them on Twitter. Go and check my Twitter and just type it in, Ade Teofimo Lopez. He went back at me. I went back at him for his racist stuff. Go and check it. I don't ignore it at all. And even the Ryan Garcia, I said, why is Ryan Garcia getting a world title shot after losing and failing the drugs test? I said it on Ariel Helwani. Me and Ariel Helwani said it. Ryan Garcia then responded to it, and I got a lot of bullshit. So come on, don't point the finger at me because that's bullshit. Because I have said it a few times. But ultimately, there's only a limit to how far I can say. I'm supposed to say and not work on the event. I want to work on the events as well. So this is the situation. I want to work these events. So I can't go too far, but I do say things. I say things a lot. And if you don't see me on an event, then know that Ade has said too much. So yeah, go back in the past and look at events I've not worked on, and then you might have some clues. Yeah. Which retired fighter do you think still has it and can go? Crawford. That's kind of easy. Crawford will kill most people. Crawford would be anyone at 168, 160, and 154. Convinced of it. Convinced of it. All right, last one. Last one. Guys, all 320 of you, please hit that like button, share, like, whatever you guys need to do. It's been a good live, though. An hour and a half. It's been a good live. I've enjoyed it. That has kind of annoyed me a bit, this guy, you just said that. Because the amount of, guys, I can't tell you, the amount of stick that I get from going at some of these boxers, from promoters and managers and broadcasters. I wish you don't know you don't even know the amount of stick I get for some of the things I say on this here channel and online. And so when someone says that, you're like, what are you talking about? I get so much. I get in trouble. I feel like I risk my job or I risk working on jobs a lot. The amount of times I get phone calls from DAZN saying, yeah, see that video you just put up? Yeah. Or see that tweet you just put up? And I'm like, yeah, what about that? Yeah. So, yeah. Show me some respect, please, sir. Show me some respect, Wonky. 2 secs. Okay, no, he's apologized. My apologies if you have. Apology accepted. We all make mistakes. Apology accepted. All right, here we go. All right. This one. Ade, have you got extra makeup? You look good. No, it is. I actually look really bad. The skin ain't great. You know what it is? There's a big light in front of me. You got this light over there. You got that light over there. I will say this, though. I don't look 45. Boys hanging on. I'm hanging on for dear life. But you know what I think really helped me? The sauna's helped me massively. And I drink coconut water every single morning. Maybe that's what it is. All right. I keep saying last question, but there's so many more questions coming. All right, let's go this one. Last one. Do you think there will be a big world title fight in Africa with it? Yes, absolutely. If I have anything to do with it, absolutely. 100%. I am working this next year. So in the next few months, you'll see me work very, 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 very closely with Nigerian boxing and help that over there in a more official capacity, not just the zone holding the mic, like an official capacity. And I just have a dream of, I just think that boxing's a worldwide sport. There are events going all over the world. Why not Africa? Why not boxing hubs? South Africa, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Ghana, Nigeria. These are boxing hubs. I mean, these countries have produced world champions. Multiple world champions. So why not? Anyway, guys, girls. All right, should we do one more? Let's do one more. Fuck it. Let's do one more. Come on. Why not? Let's do one more. Oh my God. You're right. What happened to the Ade, the live up north? I'm gonna take a photo of this because I'm gonna send it to the guy that organizes the lives to me, and I'm saying, look, why can't we do the lives up north? I'm taking a photo of that question. I'm ready. You know me, I'll do it. You know I'll do it. This guy taking the piss with this question. Ade, would you grow your hair out? Do you think I can? Do you think if I couldn't? I mean, you think if I could, I wouldn't? Do you think I'm bored? You think I'm bored by choice? You know, there are sometimes though when I'm not working and I let it grow out and it literally just like that. And so this bit doesn't. This shiny bit here just doesn't grow at all. Yeah. Would you ever record your workouts? No, I hate when people do that in the gym. I fucking can't stand it. I've obviously turned into a very grumpy old man because I can't stand when people get out their phones and record their workouts. I'm like, just work out. Why have you got to set up the phone and do and just train? I think they spend more time setting up the cameras and tripods and microphones than they do working out. I don't mind it for one. You want to, show yourself running 5 seconds. Okay, cool. But no, like my gym sometimes is like a bloody assault course just to avoid all the cameras. And you're in the background of some of the cameras and you're like, oh my God, I'm in the background. Nah, but clearly that's me being grumpy. All right, last one. Last one. Someone said, Ade, the one more question king. Last question. Someone asked me earlier, about to swear. Someone asked me earlier, what's the best Leonardo DiCaprio film? Forgot about Shutter Island. I wouldn't say it was the best. I wouldn't say it's the best. I would still say Catch Me If You Can's better. And obviously Catch Me If You Can has Mr. Tom Hanks in it. Do you know what I mean? So you're getting two like legendary actors in one movie. But I think it is Catch Me If You Can. It's certainly Wolf of Wall Street, and it has to be Titanic. Kind of has to be Titanic. It just does. It does. It does. All right. Any more? Any more? All right. All right. Ade, answer the G-Man question. What's the G-Man question? Wait, what's the G-Man question? Someone tell me what is the G-Man question? Is that the question? Why hasn't G-Man gone bald yet? Is that the question? Can I ask you guys a question? Why are you guys so that's a good movie? Inception. Great movie. All right. Why is everyone obsessed with G-Man's hair? Like, why are we grown men obsessed with another man's hair? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't understand. It's stop. Like, just stop. Come on. Bloody hell. All right. Okay, last one. Just because someone says I'm an inspiration, and you've got to show those ones. Big up, Ade. You're an inspiration, showing that dreams do come true. Yes. When do you think Itauma will become world champ, and who can beat Inoue? Age will beat Inoue and weight. So for now, he's okay. I don't think he's moving up in weight yet. The inspiration thing, that means a lot. That's probably as important as anything else. Because again, I always say this: it shows you can do it. It shows you can do it, people. I'm just a YouTuber. There is no, but when I say no journalism background, I think my work experience now is bigger than having a journalism background. Like if someone was to have a degree and have my experience, you want my experience over degree. So I can't keep saying I've not got any journalism background because I've got this amount of experience now and I've got years of doing events all over the world. So much experience. Anyway, people, we are done. Thank you for tuning into the live. We will try and get more consistent with these. When I'm free, we'll get them done. When I'm not free, I'm busy. Peace.